By late summer, it's easy to look at your garden and think the growing year is winding down. Some beds are bare, the big harvests are slowing, and it feels like it's too late to start anything new. It isn't. There's a whole second season available to you right now. Broccoli, cabbage, kale, spinach, fast roots, but only if you plant in the next few weeks, and only if you know how to count backward from your first frost. Stacey Murphy shows you exactly how, wherever in the world you garden.
One time I was harvesting in the snow on October 31st, so that happens every once in a while. And sometimes we don't get our frost until December 15th. But November 15th is a good day for us to plant in Brooklyn. And I think Washington, D.C., you're going to be fairly similar because you're a little bit south. We get some coastal heat, and we also get city heat in Brooklyn. Everything is like 10 degrees warmer in the city, maybe even 20 degrees warmer than the surrounding area. So we have a nice heat island effect from the city. So
this Q&A was recorded at a past Grow Your Own Vegetables event, where Stacey Murphy explains exactly what to plant for a fall harvest and how to time it around your first frost. For more information, free resources, and gentle guidance, you can find us at growyourownvegetables.org. And to grow alongside other gardeners just like you, join our free community at gyov.org.
What can I still plant now for a fall harvest? So you are in luck. You're in Washington, D.C. So I've grown quite a bit in New York City, and I'm wondering if D.C. is about the same temperature cycle. So in Brooklyn, we get our first frost around November 15th on average. Now, we've had some cold moments. One time I was harvesting in the snow on October 31st, so that happens every once in a while. And sometimes we don't get our frost until December 15th. But November 15th is a good day for us to plant in Brooklyn. And I think Washington, D.C., you're going to be fairly similar because you're a little bit south. We get some coastal heat, and we also get city heat in Brooklyn. Everything is like 10 degrees warmer in the city, maybe even 20 degrees warmer than the surrounding area. So we have a nice heat island effect from the city. So currently it's the beginning of August, and anything that is like some of your cold weather crops that are going to love the fall, things like broccoli, cabbage, bok choy, any of those Japanese greens, like Japanese cabbage or tatsoi is a very beautiful one. Spinaches you can still get, and you can get kale and collards if you don't already have those in your garden. So those are a lot of those are in the cabbage family, and there are also, some of them are mustards, and then spinach is its own family. And you could also get carrots and beets and radishes, some of those root vegetables you could also get.
This is the whole method, and it works anywhere on Earth. Your frost date is different from mine, but the math is identical. Find your date, count back, and you'll know exactly what you can still plant.
So here's how you figure it out, JP. So I don't have a slide of this right now, but I'm going to go to the Johnny's website, and I'm going to give that to you in just a minute, exactly what that is. So Johnny's Seeds, their website is Johnny, JOHNNYSEEDS.com. So johnnyseeds.com. Now, what I love about their website, this is a website where a lot of farmers buy their seeds on the East Coast. Now, if you click on the link that says Learn on their website in orange, there across the screen there's orange, and there's a tab that says Learn, and you go to Tools and Calculators. So you can do some really cool stuff with their calculators. So they have plans. They have a seed quantity calculator where you can calculate how many seeds you need. And they have, underneath that, they have plant, and it says seed starting date calculator. It also has a fall harvest planting calculator. So I'm going to go to the one that says fall harvest planting calculator. And it's a little download. It's an Excel spreadsheet. And when you open it, what you're going to find is, I'm opening it now, just so I have it on my screen so I can talk clearly about it. when you open it on your screen, what's cool is they have all the different crops from beets, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery. Oh, I love growing celery. All these crops, kale, kohlrabi, baby lettuce, peas, radish, and then they basically have a date at the top. It says, enter average first frost date for your area below. So when you enter the date, and when you open this calculator, the default date says October 1st. And then for each crop, it says when to plant it. So I'm going to put in, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put in October 25th, or I'm going to put in October 30th. I'm guessing that DC, that probably works for you. So I enter that date, and what comes up is that if you wanted to plant beets, you would want to plant them on August 18th in order for them to come to full maturity. So that's still doable for you, right? And when you want to plant broccoli is August 7th, so it might be a little bit too late for that if your average first frost date is October 30th. And you can go down the list and just see which vegetables are available. So they use an average harvest period here in this particular calculator, but you can go to their site and do this math yourself. And here's how you do it. If, let's say there is a cabbage variety that is 60 days to harvest. Typically, I find that 60 days is for a seedling that I transplant. It's not like I don't put the seed in the ground for the cabbage and it's ready 60 days later. I typically find that if I have a seed, I usually plant it 4 weeks later, it's about ready to transplant, and then 60 days after that, it's ready for harvest if it's the usual season. But in the fall, the days start getting shorter, right? So here is where the magic comes in. So this is just a really simple rule of thumb for people where the days are getting shorter and the sun and the temperatures are dropping. I would add 2 weeks. So if 60 weeks or 60 days, I would add 14 days to that. So I would say 74 days until that cabbage is going to mature fully.
Screenshot this. These are the crops that thrive as the weather cools rather than fighting it, and several actually taste sweeter after a light frost.
So you can do one of two things. You can go to nurseries and find baby transplants that are ready to go into your garden, and then those are going to be much better suited to getting that fall harvest. Now, here's a couple tips. When you're picking which fall harvest crop, kale, collards, those are things that you can harvest whenever you want. And so you can plant them and you can get a great fall harvest regardless. But if you plant something like broccoli and you're waiting for a head to form, sometimes those crops will let you down because the days start getting shorter, you get an unusual frost, and your head, like you don't ever get your broccoli. And so those are a little trickier. You want to give them a little bit more time just to make sure that you have enough time. And know that if your broccoli doesn't head, you can eat all of the broccoli leaves and the stem. It's still delicious. So that's something that I think about when I'm planning out my fall crops is if it's a root crop like a carrot, a beet, broccoli, so root crops, carrots and beets. If it is a heading crop like broccoli or cabbage, I give those a couple extra weeks, even beyond the 2-week window that I already said, because I really want to make sure that I am able to harvest them. So I hope that helps. So in my opinion, if you're in DC, if you can find transplants for cabbage and broccoli and kale and collards, those are all great things that could go in the ground. If you can find seeds for lettuces, spinach, radish, carrots and beets, all of those things can go in the ground. And when it starts to get a little cooler, like let's say the end of August, you could probably start putting some peas in the ground because the days will be cooler. And by the time spring happens, so peas love the cool weather, and so you can be eating pea sprouts. And even if the peas don't get to the maturity of actually having peas, you're going to find that you have a lot of pea shoots. So that's another crop that you could be thinking about. And Swiss chard is always another great one as well. It's very, very cold hardy, and and you can eat the leaves consistently, so you don't have to wait around for the heading to happen. All right, so I hope that helps, JP. I hope that gives you some tools to understand how to calculate those days. And in the next call, I can do a quick chart for you just to go back to that idea real quick. Okay. So Catherine says, okay, so she says, forgot to mention the greenhouse has a misting fan. I started using this tool when I showed courses in the summertime in New Mexico. Got it. So Catherine, you are, it sounds like you're doing some evaporative cooling. Is that what's going on with that misting fan? And so you want to be able to turn it on for short periods of time. So I have used a timer. I wish I had a photo of it with me. I have used a timer that you can set for multiple times of the day, but I don't know if it was possible to do it every hour. I might need to do some research on that one and see if I have a question or an answer for you. What I have also seen people do is if one timer didn't do it, I've seen people set up their system so that there's like a valve and then there's multiple timers. So that's another possibility if you can't find a single timer that can be set to turn on every hour. My gut says that it's a memory issue for the timer, and so they might only allow you to do it every couple of hours or 4 times a day versus like every hour. So I'll do some research. And Catherine, any other idea or any other helpful information that you could share with me about what exactly you're looking for would be helpful.
Think about where you started this video, looking at bare beds, assuming the year was winding down. Now you have a method. Find your first frost date, add 2 weeks to the days to maturity, count back, plant what fits. Brassicas, greens, fast roots, and tuck your latest plantings into the warmest corner you've got. A wall, a fence, a bit of paving buys you weeks. The season isn't ending. For crops that love the cold, it's just beginning. You're not the gardener who packs it in at the end of summer anymore. You're the one who plants a second season. If you want to keep learning from Stacey Murphy, join our free community of growers at gyov.org. This Q&A was recorded at a past Grow Your Own Vegetables event, and what Stacey just shared took years of growing to learn. Now imagine sitting down with 15 experts exactly like her. 15 of the most respected gardeners, herbalists, and soil scientists on the planet, each sharing the single most powerful lesson they know. All of it waiting for you right now, completely free at the Superfood Garden Summit. Go to growyourownvegetables.org/summit, register in 30 seconds, and start watching immediately.